Well, hello, good morning, and welcome to the guest bedroom of my house where we have staged some packing. I am 2 days away from heading down to Tampa to get aboard the Margaritaville at Sea Islander for a 4-day down to Progresso and back. Now, I will be heading down to Orlando first to pick up Facebook Jason before we head on down, so I kind of have a little bit of packing confusion going on, packing for the cruise, packing for the drive down and that night, and then of course I have all of my camera packing that I'm going to be doing. If you watched any of my videos before, you know I love using this Artos packing cube. It is so awesome to have a set of drawers. This does have hooks on it, so it can hang in the cruise closet, and it's got all these different little pockets here that you could put things in, so you can organize it. As you see here, you got a couple of individuals, and then you can kind of roll this up and keep it out of the way so it stays open. That way you kind of have some floating shelves, if you will. I don't know how you want me to hang up my shorts, so putting them in here, I'm able to have them handy without having to live out of my suitcase, in a sense. So we're gonna fill this up, and this does extend. It has 4 pockets. There's an extension here, but to fit it in the suitcase, you have to have it in the 3-pocket organization. Then once we get to our location, we can open this up and spread them out. So this is just going to be kind of the shove it all in packing cube bit. Like I said, this is just a 4-day. It's going to be relatively warm. It is technically February, but it's Florida and Progresso, so it's going to be warm regardless. So I'm, as you can see here, really kind of packing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Hawaiian shirts, because that's pretty much going to be the vibe afternoon, evening. And then I got a couple of t-shirts that are going to be, you know, repping the brand and stuff like that for people to find my channel. This is going to be a very informative cruise for me. I have never sailed on Margaritaville at sea before, and there are a lot of questions, so I'm really interested in answering as many of those questions as I can for myself and for you. This is my 5th cruise line, so I kind of have a good bearing. I think this is my 23rd cruise, so I kind of have a nice bearing on what is to be expected from a cruise, and then we will compare that to sea. So I'm going to jump into a time lapse here and just kind of pack this stuff in here. Basically, as I said, I have t-shirts, Hawaiian shirts. I have 2 pairs of casual shorts, 2 pairs of short shorts. These are going to show off the legs. Got a couple of tropical shorts, casual, like really basketball shorts for like sleeping in, and then a pair of pants. I do have a pair of jeans. The license to chill vibe on Margaritaville at Sea is really meant to be, hey, we don't need you to show up in a tux. We don't want you to show up in a tux. So that is going to be awesome. I'm really excited for that kind of casualness. But I am bringing pants because we are going to go to the steakhouse, and they may require pants there. But I feel like I should dress up anyways. And dressing up to me is wearing pants, because I don't ever wear pants. It is currently 29 degrees outside here in Tennessee, and I am in shorts. So, you know, that's that. I also have a long sleeve rash guard. This is going to be for when we're in Progresso. We'll be in the sun quite a bit, and I don't want to get too much sun exposure, so that's going to be for that. Like I said, I have a bit of clothes here. These are going to be what I'm wearing on the drive down, and then I'll have, you know, extra stuff, a little bit of extra socks, the unmentionables, a couple of undershirts. I don't think I'm going to really use these. I think I'm just going to raw dog the Hawaiian shirt, let the hamburger meat all hang out, but we will see. So let's go into a time lapse, pack all this stuff in here, show you how it fits, and then we'll do camera gear as well. So, as you see, everything fits in here really nice and neatly. I still have quite a bit of space on the side. I'm gonna end up putting maybe some tripod and some tech gear in here. And then I also need to put my CPAP machine and my toiletries. I think I'm gonna actually slide my toiletries up in here. I still have a couple more spaces up here, so I think I'll put my toiletries in there, put my CPAP machine here. We should be good to go. Let's move over to the tech side of things. All right, and now this is gonna be kind of a review of what I'm gonna be rolling around with in my carry-on. That is this right here. Most of them do a half and half. I don't really like the half and half, so I actually ordered one that opens up all the way. And it technically has a couple of different compartments. So this is your main compartment here, very, very deep. And that's gonna fit this camera bag. It's gonna fit nicely in here. It also has this front pocket, which is actually for my laptop. So my laptop is gonna slide right in here, this nice little padded spot here. And then these little flaps actually hold onto this here. So when you pick this up, this stays together, which is pretty neat. So laptop's there. This is my main camera bag, and basically I will pull this out and I will place this on the desk so that I always have the ability to grab and go. In my suitcase here, I am bringing this bag. This is probably my main camera bag that I roll with. This fits a lot of the smaller cameras. And then this Sony camera I'll probably have on my hip on a clip, made by Peak Design, which I absolutely love. So that'll be over there. But yeah, basically I'm shooting on the Pocket 3 right now, but that will be sitting in its little case here. This is the DJI mic set, the Mic 2 set. This is my Insta360 X4. This is an beautiful, I have shot so much footage on cruise ships with 360 cameras, and the X4 is just their latest iteration. I've had pretty much every single one of their cameras. This is the Sony RX10. This is kind of my main like show camera, getting like a bunch of random B-roll shots that are from a distance away that, you know, like your phone can't really grab. This is a CAF camera. This is an 8K, 180 degree 3D video camera. So it shoots in stereoscopic 3D, which is very, very cool for VR headsets and things, which if you don't know, I have another channel that is dedicated to immersive VR videos. I will link that down below. And then another Insta360 product, their Go 3S, which is basically like a GoPro, but then the camera comes out and you have this tiny little camera. You could mount it to your hat. They have a magnetic pennant that you can clip to, or really anything magnetic it will clamp to. So really, really cool. Nice to have a little small camera for time lapses and things like that. Really easy to carry around. So this will basically slide right in here like that. And so that'll be kind of the carrying capacity. This is just odds and ends, underwater housings, little tripods, mounting hardware. Like I said, that little Go 3S, this is the clip to mount on your hat. So you can kind of have a POV of that. So that's kind of everything that's in here. A wrist mount for if I'm going to go down the water slide or something and I want to capture it in 360 or whatnot. So that's going to go in here. Same thing with this. This is just basically a box of batteries. These are lens protectors for the X4, 2 extra batteries for the 360 cameras, an extra battery for the Sony cam, battery charger, and 4 Canon LPE6 batteries. This is for the 3D camera. It soaks up batteries. And then this is the extension battery for the Pocket 3 that I'm filming on now. So there's all my batteries. This is basically just a bag of chargers. We have a couple of different power bricks and a couple of different cables. These are all USB-C. The majority of everything that I'm running is USB-C except for the Sony, because that camera came out in 2017. But I have a standalone charger for that, so I don't have to worry about bringing a micro USB cable. A couple little odds and ends here. These are a couple little mounting brackets, a cell phone holder, just in case I want to film with the cell phone. Those will all go in here, my little bag. Then we have a couple of bigger mounts here. This is the Insta360 monkey tail. So basically you just mount something on there like the little Go 3 or something like that. And then you can, wrap this around a pole or something like that. So it holds on to it. So you can pretty much mount this anywhere, which is great. Very bendable, rubberized, so it holds on really well. The selfie stick for the Insta360. Basically the Insta360 has two cameras that are 185 degrees on each side, so 5 degrees of overlap on both sides. So basically this fits directly in that stitch line of that 5-10 degrees of overlap. And so basically the camera and post-processing knows to try and stitch this out of the image. So it kind of makes like the camera is almost floating, if you will. That's why they call this the invisible selfie stick. This one's just a selfie stick. This is the same thing, it's a selfie stick, but it has an included tripod. So you can have a little stand there, but it does also extend out. One thing I like to do for ship tours and things like that, I will actually use this base. This base, as you see, the legs come out very, very far, and this is pretty heavy. So mount this on this, and that way I can walk away and not fear of the camera tipping over much, because it's got pretty wide feet. This is my main tripod. It's by Peak Design. Like I said, I use a lot of Peak Design products, but this is what I shoot the 3D camera with, because in immersive 3D footage, you don't want to move around the camera a lot, because that's someone's head. And if you move the camera around a lot, that's what people get sick in VR. This is basically just a mount. I used this a lot when we were on our Alaskan cruise. I mounted this upside down on a piece of the ship, and then I was able to kind of extend this out for time lapses, things like that, out on the balcony, which I will probably do again on this cruise, because we're in a breezy balcony. So I'm super excited for that. This is basically just a banner for the door that shares our social media so people can find the sailing. One of the biggest issues I have with cruise staterooms is they never have enough power options. And it seems like this ship, which was built in 2000, only has one outlet at the desk. And that's it. It's the only household outlet. I'm a CPAP user, so I need a household outlet, not a USB, which they have USBs by the bed, but I need a household outlet to run my CPAP machine. So I bring a 15-foot extension cord, and then I have a power strip here that has USB-A's and 4 household outlets. That way I can charge some of my equipment. And last but certainly not least, this is something that is very important to me. This is this is a magnet that I'm gonna put on the door for social media purposes. 2 things that are very important: hydration and comfort. Out there on the sea, it's very warm, it's hot. Very rarely are you actually cruising cold weather. It's usually pretty warm. So you're gonna be sweating. You're gonna be doing a lot more walking than you think. Stay hydrated. It is very important for health reasons to stay hydrated. So I always bring just some electrolyte powder. They have no problem with these coming on the ship. And then personally for me, I am a fan of flavored coffee creamer. So in my first aid kit, which I bring to breakfast every morning, I have my flavored coffee creamer in case of emergency. So that is kind of a little comfort kit that I pack so that I know I am good. I'm good with hydration, and I'm good with my coffee creamers in the morning. This will actually go in this bag. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a couple of little odds and ends I'll probably throw in. But aside from that, that's basically the kit that I bring. Those are the clothes that I'm bringing. This is the kit that I'm bringing. And that's that. I hope you guys stick around for the Margaritaville at Sea series. It's going to be a whole series. I'm going to do ship tours, room tours, food reviews, a whole bunch of stuff, entertainment, all that stuff. So stick around for that. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I do a lot of cruising, solo cruising, family cruising, This is my 23rd cruise across 5 cruise lines. So if you need some information, I probably have it somewhere on the channel. If you go down below, you'll see all the playlists laid out by different cruise lines. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. But my name's Rob from Here Today, Where Tomorrow, and we will see you there.
If you like this video and want to see more, please head on over to the channel and subscribe. And if you want to get notified, ring that little bell. We upload new videos every week.